Greetings and salutations, one and all. Welcome to the night shift. It's the end of the night shift week. And it's a night we do a thing we call Real Talk, aka Marlon's favorite Real Talk, Marlon's favorite night shift show. Well, I say big ups to everybody locked in right now. Those on TuneIn Radio, the Night Shift to DJ Kevin Steele, Foundation Radio Network, One Harmony Radio, WGLRO, all the affiliate stations. Big ups to you. Those locked in on PEMG TV, and of course right here at the home of the Night Shift to DJ Kevin Steele, kevinsteele.com. Glad to have you. I couldn't do it without you, and you have my word. I would not try. Kicking it off with brand new music from Enzo. It's called Come Over.
I can tell that you love me by the way you're looking at me. Girl, the feeling is mutual, 'cause I love you the same way, and I love you so much. I don't care what people say. It's complicated, 'cause you got your man, girl. I just know that I want you, same way you want me. Baby girl, come over, wanna be your lover. Got some things to show you, got some things to show you. Wanna give you pleasure, searching for your treasure. I could be you, everything you want. I could be you. I could be you. I could be you. Tonight I will forgive you of everything you've done, yeah, in your past. Tonight I'll be your preacher, baby. You give me your undivided, and I'll relieve all your stress, baby, with my forgiveness, I just wanna give you everything that you've been searching for, baby. All you gotta do, baby, girl, come over, wanna be your lover. Got some things to show you, got some things to show you. Wanna give you pleasure, searching for your treasure. I could be you, everything you want. I could be you,
And if I can't be everything,
I could be you,
I'll at least try to be some things. Just come on over.
I could be you. I know how to treat you right. Just tell me yeah, I'll be all you want. Girl, just come on over, spend the night. It'll be the best, all you gotta do, baby, just come.
I want to take a moment to say thank you to Paul C Media Group for sponsoring this segment of the show.
Your pleasure.
When being in a moment is priceless, you want to give them a call. 754-999-6020. PulseEMG.com is where you go visit them online. And what can they do? What you're seeing right here on KevinSteele.com. They can capture your moments. They can stream your moments live. They can give you the opportunity to do it yourself.
Got some things
Let's get them a link. Tell them you heard about them right here on the Night Shift to DJ Kevin Steele, yeah?
searching for your treasure. I could be you, everything you want. I could be you. I could be you. I could be you.
I can be at least some of the things you want. Happy hump day night to you, Julie. Big ups to the music edutainer. I won't even say reggae music edutainer. Music edutainer extraordinaire, Mr. Marlon Burrell, host of Real Rockers. Marlon comes on before me from 7 to 10 on a Monday and Wednesday. If you haven't caught him yet, you're missing out. I tell you, you're missing out on something. He doesn't just do reggae music. You can learn something. Believe me, I've learned a thing or two or three. Like tonight, I learned at least one thing. So, if you want to know what Marlon spoke about, look him up. In fact, one of these nights I'll have Marlon chime in and share his story, the story of him becoming the edutainer that he is. So stay tuned for that. I'll work it out with Marlon. Marlon's a busy guy, you know. I'll work it out with him. So, for those of you who are new to the show, you interact online by going to kevinstew.com and looking for the stew pot. Now, depending on the device that you are using, the stew pot, which is what others would call a chat room, is located either beside the screen, beside the video, or below it, depending on the device you're using. So you can't miss it. It's there. It's on the same page that you land on. The first thing you see is the video. The next thing should be the stew pot. So that's how you interact. You can also call, you can text 773-789-STEW, 773-789-7839. And those of you who are overseas, you can use Skype, kevin.stew. Okay? Cool. Got that out the way. Now let's get down to some business. Now, if you tuned in last week, or you caught the replay in the archives on kevinstew.com, you would have known that we spoke about how social media affects our lives, as in real life. And it is wide and varied, and we got into an excellent discussion last week. And I encourage you guys to call in and share again this week. Because it adds a little something. It gives some more perspective. And there's nothing more valuable than a group of minds coming together to share, to come to a better realization of what we're experiencing. When you take time out to do some introspection, to look back at your life, do you check out social media? Yes? No? Maybe so? Do you recognize yourself from your posts? If you do, is your social media persona a true representation of you? Is it your best self? Or sometimes maybe not the self you'd want to impress others with? What do you see? Who are you online? Make no mistake, your social media presence is curated by you. What you choose to write about, the pictures you choose to share, and the comments you decide to post are all choices. Put that together, and the words, the images, all these form a representation of you, an impression that is absorbed and judged by others. Believe it or not, yes, you are judged by your peers more often than you'd like to admit or even want. But intention aside, there's no argument that your social media persona shapes how people regard you and impacts the ways they treat you in real life, whether it be for better or for worse. As a society, we spend a lot of time creating and maintaining our online presence. According to Statista, today's global internet users spend on average 135 minutes per day on social media on average, with a steady growth from 90 minutes per day in 2012. Now, we may not think of it this way, but time spent on social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, just about any social media platform, is about more than staying in touch with friends and family. We expand our social networks thanks to social media, yeah, but our investment into our social media profiles is above all about our efforts to create and define our personal brand. Until you recognize that you curate your personal brand, whether it be positive or negative, with each post, you may not be making the best decisions online. Yes, with each post. So, once we admit to ourselves that what we post about on social media, on profiles, this is no accident, and that consciously and unconsciously we post what we want to present about ourselves to our family, our peers, our friends, then we can explore why we post what we post. So put all those aside. Perception is entirely subjective. How people see a picture and feel about a comment can vary widely. But when we create ourselves in online, when we create this portrait, we are heavily influenced by what we think about our ideal self, how we think we should be, and how we think others should or will view a picture or feel about a comment. This is a lot of pressure. Remember last night we were talking a bit about stress? This can be quite stressful. This is 135 minutes a day, 15 hours a week, 63 hours a month, and 756 hours per year that you spend stuck in an internal conversation with yourself, debating, maybe agonizing about the impression you are making on others, and linking your self-worth to likes and other cyber affirmations of your worth. Did you take a minute, a second even, to pass by a reflective surface and say, hey, you're amazing? No? Maybe you should try that. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't talk to yourself. Maybe you should start. Is it a case that we can't help ourselves? Maybe it is. Because our human nature is driven by competition, right? Whether we compete to earn money, do good, or surround ourselves with love, it's still a competition defined by an achievement and status. So, if you spend time on social media, then the best thing you can do for yourself is to acknowledge this presence, to achieve and to always represent your best self. And make sure that this is the pressure, that this pressure that you're putting out is are experiencing, is not turning your time on social media into a whipping stone that makes you feel badly about yourself. Because then it's kind of counterproductive now, isn't it? You're there putting out this persona that you are, I don't know, a really caring and loving person, and beating up yourself at the same time that you're not caring and loving enough. Crazy, right? Just because you think that because you didn't get enough likes on that post, that last post, or someone that you actually look up to didn't respond to your last post. No, you're not worthy enough. How crazy is that? Have you told yourself that you're worthy enough? So, there are some people that would give out tips and pointers, and some of them go along the lines of, do not compare yourself with others. Remember, that's their carefully curated self that you are viewing. So the others that you're comparing yourself to, well, why are you doing it? What's the point? You're comparing yourself to someone whose profile is an exaggeration of real life. Why would you want to do that? Do you know this person's life for real? And if it is someone that you know, are you with them all the time? And if you're with them all the time, does that match up with what they're putting out on social media? If all the answers are no, then what are you doing? Another tip is to be you. Now, that tip in and of itself is and can be quite hard to do, because there are a lot of people that don't know who they are. They know who they'd want to be, they know who they want to be perceived as, but they never took time out to get to know themselves. They never took time out to be honest with themselves enough to share themselves with others, their true selves, their authentic selves. And that's a problem. By representing your individual and honest self, you will not only be more authentic, you'll be expressing some self-love for your uniqueness. You won't be holding yourself up to anyone else's standard, and you can't let the pressure of social media perfection go. I mean, well, you can let it go, because you recognize that you are perfect the way you are, until you change that to a new perfection. You see, unless you can recognize for yourself who you are and how perfect a being you are, you'll constantly be going off what you're told. And what you're told is often a misconception of what you've put out. How often, really and truly, how often has a situation been where you say, but no, that's not who I am. You got it all wrong. Or you just say, well, you got me messed up. You're confusing me with someone else. How often? How often do people actually get it right? And when they do get it right, are they the only ones? If it's only one person that can get that right, then you're not doing something right. Acknowledge what you're competing for and make that your reality. Instead of spending time creating an identity that matches what and who you want to be, invest that time into making it happen for you in real life. So you're spending all this time creating this persona on social media. All the time that you actually could have spent improving yourself in real life. all the time that you could have spent creating real relationships, all the time that you could have spent building on your existing relationships, just to create this fake persona. You also want to take a break from your online life. Periodically, give yourself time and space to unplug and cultivate your life off screen. Just for fun. You remember what that feels like, right? You remember what that is. Fun. Yeah, it doesn't quite happen the way that you are now doing it. What you consider fun. What? Social media surfing? That's fun. Can be entertaining. But is it really fun? Is it laughing till your face hurts and having someone laugh with you right there in your presence because of something, an experience, a story that is shared at that moment? It's not the same, is it? Remember, when you're spending time on social media, you are giving up time for everything else. If you take a chance to attempt to make some of these changes, what you could expect, what you should expect to happen, is that you'll become more honest. You'll become more real. You'll become more likable, online even. And people will know you better and they will know the real you. Not the one that you put out there and then turn around and wonder, why doesn't anybody like me? Why don't I have any real friends? Why doesn't anybody want to come to my event? Why doesn't anybody want to take a walk with me? Why doesn't... No. You'll have real friends because you've taken the time out to form real relationships by moving away from what? An imagined connection. Now, yeah, I use social media to promote this that you're experiencing right now, whether you're listening on TuneIn or you're watching on PEMG TV or on kevinstew.com. But when I'm done with this, I guarantee you there are people that can say, yes, I actually had a conversation with Kevin the other day on this subject. Because I do take the time out to connect with real people and have real discussions. Some of the topics that I bring on Real Talk is the reason it's called Real Talk. Because I've had real conversations. I've had real debates on some of these subjects. And some of these subjects affect the real me. And guess what? The real me is the me that you're seeing right here. When you talk to me, this is what you get. Now, did I get up and was always this person? No. So when I bring a subject like how social media affects your life, I have been there. So when I go and do my research, I look for things that I can say, boy, yeah, I can relate to that. But you have to recognize it in order to change it. Have you been recognizing it? Have you taken just a moment to just stop and say, is this me? Is this who, when someone sees me out on the street, they're going to say, boy, that post that you made about such and such, are you going to say, yes, I truly feel that Or are you gonna say, oh, it's something that I saw somewhere along the line. I thought it was cool, so I just decided to share it. There's a difference. There really is. And if you're gonna be living a life where some people that get to experience you in the flesh see one thing, and the others that only get to experience you by way of social media, electronically, they see something else, then you're not showing your authentic self. The mass media lost a member recently, this week, and everybody was shocked when he passed away. But now people are even more shocked to learn that, hey, you know what? This is quite possibly a case of suicide. I mentioned a video last week about a girl that put forward this persona. Everybody liked her. She had a bunch of followers. But she went home, tried to drown the pain that she was feeling in alcohol, and the pain learned to swim. She ended up killing herself. Do you think this is any different? So we saw this happy-go-lucky guy that loved the world and loved life, or so we believed, until he ended it. I saw someone put out a post recently that, the world needs your presence. Don't take your life away from us. Don't kill yourself. Reach out. If you've lost hope, reach out. I'm willing to help you. Well, if you know someone like that, why bother make a statement? Why not reach out to them? Because you can't always wait for them to come to you. If they're putting forward a persona, they're not going to come to you. They're going to continue putting out this persona, and quietly killing themselves. This is real. Social media pretty much puts out the unicorns and the rainbows, and hides the mud and grime of real life. And when someone puts out their real life on social media, then here it is, all the negative talk. But nobody says, hey, are you okay? Is everything okay with you? Another issue with social media. So, what do we get from going out on social media? Who do we end up as? What do we get to tell our children or our children's children? Do you realize how social media influence your regular behavior? Have you taken time out to pay attention to that? Well, if not, we're going to take a little look at that. Ways that social media could affect your behavior in real life. And if we have time, we're going to really differentiate between your social life and your social media life. Because you have to recognize they're not one and the same. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to talk some more. It's a night shift with DJ Kevin Stew, and I encourage you to grab some friends and bring them over. Jump into the pot, the stew pot, on kevinstew.com. The water is always fine. It's where we keep things bubbling. Give me a call, 773-789-STEW, 773-789-7839. We'll be right back.
Pulse Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today. Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Pulse Media Group.
Are you crazy about the music industry? You aspire to hit it big in music? Or maybe you've sweated out a soulful killer beat and are now stuck finding it's not as easy as it looked. Oh, but it can be easy for you with JTMC. We've been there, we know how it feels, so we solve challenges like production, promotion, marketing, branding and development, and more. With over 30 years of experience, JTMC is a one-stop shop for artists. We handle your graphic design, writing services, PR, as well as event planning, e-blasts, artist management, and bookings, so also your website and social media needs as well. We're experts in using creativity to persuade audiences on behalf of artists, drawing on our diverse experience to create projects that connect with audiences intellectually and emotionally. Artist success is everything to us, and our years of experience and commitment will be behind you for every one of your needs. If you've got music for the world to hear, whether you're a new or established artist, visit us at jtmcenterprise.com.
It's that time again. The annual Palace Telethon.
The Peace and Love Academic Scholarship, PALACE, provides scholarships to deserving youth in the Caribbean.
Join us Saturday, June 8, 2019 for our annual telethon.
This will be a one-day event starting at 9 a.m. and ending at 9 p.m.
9 radio networks from the UK and the US will dedicate 1 hour of their broadcast to Palace. Stations like One Harmony Radio in the UK,
Ruler Brown Network.com,
The Lady Saw Show,
25th Century Radio,
963img.net,
rockdebox.net.
also live on Facebook.
This is your opportunity to learn about PALACE and contribute to a student's education.
Palace goal is to award 100 scholarships for 2019.
Check out Palace at palace1.org for more information.
We need you to come and make a difference.
This is Gia Yee, and you're listening to The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew.
I need time for myself, time to think. Can't please everybody, stop talking to me. I'm so tired of myself, I break. Can't please anybody, start talking to me. And it doesn't matter at all if I win or if I fall. My feelings are stuck inside me. If I could forget and erase all the pain, would I still remember your beautiful face? If I could go back and erase my mistakes, but I can't, so take me to a better place. And it doesn't matter at all if I win or if I fall. My feelings are stuck inside me, but nobody can see. My feelings are stuck inside me. Can you rescue me? Can you rescue
She goes by the name Rebecca Barbosa. The track is called Rescue Me.
I wanna feel like I'm alive again, and you're the only one who doesn't get that nothing satisfies my soul, 'cause you're not here anymore to hold me. My feelings are stuck inside me, but nobody can see. My feelings are stuck inside me. Can you rescue me?
Here's something that can invoke some really good feelings.
Rescue me.
Jillian J is featured set for this month.
Rescue me.
This black lava rock necklace and bracelet set with a sample bottle of aromatherapy oil that you can just put a few drops on the beads, and the aroma will last with you all day. You can reach Jillian J at jmarie@jillianj.com, jmarie@jillian-j.com, or give her a call, 954-281-2587. When you talk to them, tell them you heard about them on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. They'll take care of you. Well, they'll take care of you anyway, but they'll definitely take care of you. And of course, I want to say thanks to Althea with Heavenly Healing Hands, Healing Heavenly Hands, whichever way you want to turn it, is the same hands. Althea is a licensed massage therapist, and she'll come to you wherever you are in Broward County or South Palm Beach County or North Miami-Dade. Just give her a call, 954-655-9000, 954-655-9000, or email her at thealater@att.net. So if you're just tuning in, welcome to the show. We're talking about, we're continuing the discussion about social media and how it affects real life. And before the break, I mentioned that we're going to come back and talk a little bit about how social media influences our offline behavior. You know how they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? Well, people started developing the conversation or the saying to say what happens on Facebook stays on Facebook. Here's the thing, or social media in general. That isn't always the case. Considering how much time we actually spend on social media, it makes sense that our online interactions could affect our behavior in real life. And researchers are increasingly finding that this is the case. So, looking at all sides, let's look at the better. A little online peer pressure can spur people to make healthy changes in their lives. Cool. If you take into consideration a study published that analyzed data from 6 million users of a fitness app over the course of 5 years, you'll see what we're talking about. The app, which tracks users' physical activity, has a social networking feature that lets users connect with friends and share their data publicly. And it turned out that this feature actually works. Connecting with people made users more physically active in real life. Cool. And specifically, the researchers found that creating new connections made users take about 400 more steps a day on average. Now, that may not seem like a big deal, but you take 400 steps right now and see what difference it makes. By the way, those 400 steps was a 7% increase. So, is that 7% increase a big deal or no? Any increase is a big deal. Don't look at the number. Just look at the fact that there's an increase. Having more social connections also led people to use the app more frequently and to keep using it for longer. So the app makers benefited also. So everybody benefits. If social networking can motivate people to become more physically active, there's a really good chance it could help make other healthy changes in lives too. Yeah? Cool. Glad that we are all on the same page right there. Because some researchers have proposed that it could be used for dietary interventions. Now, of course, if there's a yin, there's a yang. And if there's a yin with no yang, wait, it's coming. Social media can influence people's offline behaviors in negative ways. One study found that being exposed to depictions of smoking on social media made young adults more likely to subsequently take up smoking themselves. Well, is that a surprise? Because if memory serves me correctly, when marketing got started, and I could correct me if I'm wrong. Again, 773-789-STEW, 773-789-7839, or jump into the stew pot on kevinstew.com. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when marketing started on cigarettes, the whole idea was to make it look so cool that young people would get into it. Yes? Okay. So, how is that a big surprise? And this is probably one of the things that has not changed since the marketing of cigarettes. Now, so here you have it. Teens, young adults that saw depictions of smoking on social media, they took up smoking. And cyberbullying is a social media behavior that has very real offline consequences. People have ended their lives because of cyberbullying. But let me ask you this. At what point, when you get on your computer and someone comes on and makes you uncomfortable, do you feel that you cannot remove them? Whether it is by just clicking the little X in the top corner that closes that window, or pressing that little button that powers down your device. When did we lose the ability to take control of that aspect of our lives? So much so that cyberbullying could be a thing. Could it be that we're not talking to our peers, our children? So they actually feel that they need to make these connections through cyberspace. And if that is the case, then things are much worse than we actually think. Some of the ways social networking can influence people's choices in real life are neither clearly good or bad. A 2015 study showed that social media interactions guide people's shopping behavior in both Asia and the US. And depending on the context, that could be good or bad. For the producers, they're definitely good because their products are being consumed. For the consumer, may not necessarily be so good because they might have to beg, steal, or borrow to be able to purchase those goods. So, but if there's one thing that is definitely clear, it is that as social creatures, we're susceptible to social influence. And interacting online does not change that fact in any way, shape, or form. But being aware of that fact is one of the things that opens up all sorts of interesting new possibilities for physical and mental health interventions. All you have to do is, after you make the social media connection, take it a step further and make that real life connection. Because in real life is where the real differences are made. This is Yishka. The track is called Shine Your Light.
In this world where things just don't go your way, remember it's part of your life. You got to stick to your dreams, don't you worry. The best is yet to come. Don't listen to the ones who tell you to forget your silly dreams. Don't forget your dreams.
Welcome 228.
Your shoulders to the wheel, my people. Never give up on your dreams. Shine your light, my people. Don't let negative forces get you down. Live your life, my people. Let your love light shine every day. Shine your light, my people. Don't let negative forces get you down. Live your life, my people. Let your love light shine every day. Follow the example of people who made it, and it's making it in this time. It's a shame if you give up on your dreams. Leave the naysayers behind. Leave them behind you. There will be days when things just don't go your way. Tomorrow will be a brighter day. You only lose when you refuse to conquer all the dreams you have inside. Shine your light, my people. Don't let negative forces get you down. Live your life, my people. Let your love light shine every day. Shine your light, my people. Don't let negative forces get you down. Live your life, my people. Let your love light shine every day. Shine your light. My people, don't let negative forces get you down. Live your life. My people, let your love light shine every day. Shine your light.
Shine your light.
Live your dreams. Live your life. Wake up each morning with a smile.
Is your light shining on social media or in real life? Are you living your dream on social media or in real life? Where is the difference being made in your life? Is it on social media or in real life? So, I'll tell you a story. Jesse is a 30-year-old real estate agent and was the last of her friends to join Instagram. The day she signed up, she followed some 60 accounts, friends and acquaintances, as well as accounts maintained by clothing brands and celebrities she was interested in. Then she busily set about posting photos. By the end of the month, she was following more than 200 accounts, most of them people she actually knew, though she had amassed only 15 followers of her own. And of course, celebrities would not follow her back. And she reasoned, but she couldn't help but wonder why some in her circle of friends hadn't either. She said, I took it very personally. Was it that they thought my life was so boring that it was not worth following? Or were we not really friends after all? Well, what do you think the answer is? Could be a little bit of both. Or it could have been none of the above. Perhaps her friends were trying to send her a message. Maybe they didn't really like her, and perhaps they thought her life was dull beyond belief. Or maybe it was something far more benign than whatever Jesse could and did speculate. Something closer to user error or inadvertent slight. Maybe it was simply that her friends didn't take social media as seriously as she did. And they wouldn't have been they would have been surprised to learn that they actually hurt her. But the intention no longer mattered. Jessie had already begun to question relationships that she'd felt fine with just weeks prior. Social media induced angst is happening with increasing frequency. Just as businesses and brands use social media to interact with their target audience and monitor consumer interest, people are using social media to gauge how their friends and acquaintances feel about them. Likes may be interpreted as approvals. Not liking, not following, or otherwise not engaging might translate into snubs. Since social media etiquette is largely undefined, and there are few universally understood and followed rules of engagement, such interpretation is highly subjective and in many cases lean towards the worst case scenario. So, what do we do? Do we believe the hype, or do we find out the truth? And maybe the real question is the same thing that we've been asking all evening. What is the truth? What is real? We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we wrap this up in a neat little bow and tuck it away. When I say tuck it away, I mean we put it somewhere that we can kind of mull it over and think about how we're going to move forward in our real lives and how much emphasis we're going to put on our social media lives. We'll be right back after these messages. Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in physics, I learned that I'm a loser.
Today in school, I learned that I'm ugly and useless. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. In history, I learned that I'm trash.
Today in school, I learned that I have no friends. In English, I learned that I make people sick. And at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me.
In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid. And in math, I learned that I'm trash.
The only thing I didn't learn in school today?
The only thing I didn't learn today?
The only thing I didn't learn
is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
JTMC Music presents the highly anticipated, much talked about, The Juggling Rhythm Volume 1. This classic rhythm takes on a new life with tracks from both established artists and introduces some incredible new voices. Get your dancing shoes ready with The Juggling Rhythm, featuring international reggae dancehall artist Mr. Vegas, alongside Ian Sweetness, Ed Robinson, Jack Radix, Hezron, Dangling, Joanna Marie featuring Galaxy P, Delly Ranks featuring Jawiz, Ambalik, Christine Alicia, Yishka. Also the new sensations on the rhythm: Seal, Danger Lee, Marquis Skelenar, Zachary. Available on all digital media outlets. The Juggling Rhythm. Get it, get it, get it.
When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulsemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.
Hey, I'm representing for DJ Kevin Stew, working on the night shift. The night shift radio show won't go changing like the weather, just to please the devil never. Will DJ Kevin Stew sell his soul? That's a word and honor. It's Christine to representing word and honor. Selassie DJ Kevin Stew.
We got a lot of lives to save, y'all. This ministers gotta come together. Let's go. We save lives. Homie, 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 we gon' keep saving lives till we reach the sky. We save lives. And homie, I thank God I'm able to put aside these evil and foolish lies. As soon as I close my eyes, my ears they hear cries and yo, see tears fall. Eventually hear cries to help me save lives. With this music, as we take rhythmic patterns, then we fuse it with the holy gospel, and then we use it to get your spirit lifted so So the words that we spur isn't heard as totally absurd, cause our words, they emerge from a source. It is known as the word that way. What we spit has substance, right? And it'll satisfy your thirst like a sunny delight, and have your soul soar high like a flying kite. And may the Lord smile at you and say, you all right. We save lives, homie, 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 we gon' keep saving lives till we reach the sky. We save lives, homie, 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 we gon' keep saving lives till we reach the sky. We save lives. In the image and I crop it out. You got no legs, why you tryna walk it out? That's what you're doing when fortune and fame is what you're pursuing. In the process, you're losing your soul and then you're moving for eternity. It ain't really concerning me. Christ like it's something that we should all learn to be. But if you choose otherwise, it's confirmed to be. Cause your soul is forever burning it. Third degree, you heard me. This ain't nursery rhymes. Personally, I only should say this one time. One time, I spit these Holy Ghost rhymes that'll transcend time and be various minds. When I come, I wanna come with it. Full of knowledge but simplified so you can get it. I don't want credit, I give it all to the Most High. I'ma testify and I'ma show you why. We save lives, homie, 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 we gon' keep saving lives till we reach the sky. We save lives, homie, 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 we gon' keep saving lives till we reach the sky. We save lives, and homie, I spit flows. I won't say anything till the Lord says so. I'm floating for a reason. I'm reaching the young and the old and even the immature and teaching them how to grow. And I know that you'll never be the same. When blessings go up, the Lord is bound to make it rain. The only way to salvation is by the power of His name. Like the firefighters, He's trying to save you from the flames. That's fact, like black, like the mic that I'm spitting in. Brag about God, not the ice that's glistening or anything else. Look at the book, it is written in chapter 1, verse 31, 1 Corinthians. Even beware, I'm a part of God's crew. You got a little click, I'ma walk right through. You caught me in a really great mood. It's through the anointing, I will scare the hell out of you. Say lives, homie, we say lives, homie, we say.
The sound of G Quinn, the Crucifer.
Homie, we say lives, homie, we say lives.
Track called We Save Lives.
Till we reach the sky, we save lives, homie, 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 we gon' keep saving lives till we reach the sky. We save lives.
I want to say thanks to JTMC Enterprise for sponsoring this segment of the show. JTMC Enterprise takes care of your tour management needs, your bookings, your promotions, your event management, your social media management needs. Just give them a call, 678-793-8800, 678-793-8800, or visit them online at jtmcenterprise.com. And when you do, get in touch. Say you heard about them right here on the night shift of DJ Kevin Stew, yeah? Cool. Thank you very much. That's how we network. Now, social media has made many aspects of relationships more accessible. Viewing posts from friends scattered around the world can make you feel more connected to them, while the ubiquity of social media can often make it easier to get in touch with someone than more traditional offline means. But social media also helps fuel feelings of isolation and self-doubt. A 2012 study published in the journal Cyber-Psychology, Behavior and Social Networking, for example, found that the longer people spent on Facebook every week, the more they agreed that everyone else was happier and had better lives. What? Wait, just by spending time on social media, you're going to determine that? You didn't spend any time with the person? For some, that self-doubt can be countered in the same place it originates, through affirming social media interactions. This is part of what keeps users coming back to sites like Facebook and Instagram. The favorable attention, when achieved, is an addictive sort of reward. it's also what makes not receiving those affirmations so dispiriting. Being on the short end of someone's social media endorsements can create feelings of anxiety, inadequacy, and irritation, while being too generous with your own social media praise can feel one-sided when left unreciprocated. So then, what happens to the friendship? That also feels one-sided. Such feelings are exacerbated when friends don't follow you back. In the case of Instagram or Twitter or whatever, when you quit following or you unfriend or defriend, a circumstance so obsessed over it has inspired a number of web applications. These things with names like unfollowgram or friend or follow, just unfollow, I unfollow, and unfriend finder, meant to help users determine who dropped them. What? Some of these things have applications I've never even heard of. But that's a new level of obsession. When Ben fulfilled a lifelong dream of opening a bookstore, he created a business page on Facebook. Then he invited all 750 of his friends to like it. Barely a quarter of them did. And every day as he monitored his page, waiting for the likes that didn't come, he grew more and more offended. He hadn't always remembered his friend Lisa's birthday, her daughter's birthday. Wasn't he a caring friend to Danny? And what about Mike? Mike was his best man. Friendship for Ben became about scorekeeping. When those friends who'd let him down on social media called on him in real life, he was cold. So sure, it is normal to feel irritated when a friend responds to another friend's tweets, but they don't respond to yours. And it's understandable to feel a twinge of jealousy when you see two friends having fun together at a concert as you sit at home watching Netflix in your pajamas, unaware they'd made plans without you. It's even normal, if a new sort of normal, to upload a retaliatory good time pic of your own. But it's important to remember that as far as barometers of friendship go, social media is the bottom of the barrel. It's as shallow as you get. It is unrealistic and dangerous to presume you know how someone feels about you based on how they react or respond to you, or don't. These are virtual means of interaction. And you're making a presumption, and it could go either way, positive or negative. The effect, bottom line, remains the same. It's a presumption by virtual means. So how people use social media is too new and too varied. Judging how someone feels about you is what what in the moment conversations and face-to-face encounters are for. It's called real life, not social media life. A little over a week ago, I created a meme, and I was sitting in a rehearsal actually when I did it, So tomorrow would make 2 weeks that I had created this meme. And I said, social media is more media than it is social. And I think it went over just about, I don't know. I'm going to be generous and say 25% of the people that saw it, it went over their heads. Which is unfortunate. But I understand. I get it. Like I said earlier in the show, there was a point in time that I was at that place too. And it's easy to get there, believe it or not. When so much happens by way of social media, it is very easy to get there. But again, at what point do you go by a reflective surface and stop and say, hey, you, I like you. I like how you operate. I like the things you say. You really inspire me. And then you move on. How often do you take that little time? How much time did I take to do that? What, 10 seconds? Just to say those words? Did I sound crazy talking to myself just now? Do I sound crazy talking to myself every night? No, I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to you. But you're not talking back. Well, some of the times you are. It's no different looking into a reflective surface, and it doesn't have to be a mirror. You could be walking by your microwave. It's reflective. If you have a stainless steel appliances or a glass top stove, whatever reflective surface you may walk, it could be a picture. Whatever you walk by and you can see yourself in it. Stop for a moment and say, I like you. And I like how you make me feel. Try doing that. And I'm going to challenge you. Instead of putting on social media some of the other things, put on social media that I took a minute to appreciate myself. Put that on social media. But don't do it until you've actually done it in real life. So the challenge is to go and do something in real life. Then go ahead and share it on social media. I'm encouraging you to use social media at this point. But when you put it on social media, I don't want you to go back and look at it. You think you could do that? That's a real challenge right there. That is the real challenge, not going back to look at it. Because it makes a difference when you put something out there because you expect a response, right? You almost live for that moment where you get a response. Because social media is supposed to be sociable. Use it as media. Try that. Use it to put something out there. When you watch the news or you listen to the news on the radio, do you think they expect to get a response from you? Use social media as media. This one time. Just go ahead and try that. And then tell me how you feel when either you didn't get the responses that you were looking for, or the fact that you didn't care to look for the responses. Tell me how that made you feel. Tell me if you know if you got responses. Just shoot me a text. 773-789-STEW. 773-789-7833. 39. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. So those of you who are connected with me on social media, you're gonna see it. I'm gonna start playing music right now. I'm starting musical therapy a little bit early. And so as soon as I start my first song, I'm going to go on social media and I'm going to put, I took a minute to appreciate myself. Well, love myself. Put it any which way you choose to. Let's get into our musical therapy. We're doing it with some new music. It's called Kryptonite from Daville. Who or what is your kryptonite?
Talk to me. I'm gonna miss you when you're gone. I'm gonna miss you all alone. Oh, gee. Felt like you kissed me through the phone. There's a picture on my wall. Energy. I don't share my feelings off. Feel I'm writing in a song. I need you. I need you. You're my kryptonite. 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 I need a shot of alcohol. I need to pop some Tylenol. Maybe we can meet at the ATM. Get her at 7-Eleven. I need you. I need you. You're my kryptonite. 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 Come on and love me. 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 You're my kryptonite. 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 You're my
Smile like the stars that brightens up the night. Hand in my hand, hold me tight. Eyes so deep, like the ocean so mysterious. Boy, you make me feel so damn delirious. 'Cause you're so beautiful, flaws and all. You make every obstacle seem so small. You bring joy and laughter, could we live happy ever after? What else can I say? Then man, you're beautiful.
This is the sound of Tennille.
Make the sun come up on
The track is called Man You're Beautiful.
You're like the hurricane that blows my cares away. You keep me guessing with every move you make. Everything about you makes my heart quake. 'Cause you're so beautiful, flaws and all. You make every obstacle seem so small. You bring joy and laughter, could we live
your flaws reveal. No time at all, I wouldn't second guess. I never wanted to know, but I have to confess. Are you are the girl for me? Congo, bongo embrace. Are you
Mr. Congo Bongo himself, Jadan, with the follow-up tune called Congo Bongo Empress. This one doing really well for him right now.
Sophisticated, she well intelligent. And when me give her me money to go a market, no access to well spent. Ambition high, down to the earth, and all life. But Empress and things sky high, spread out your wings and fly. Congo, Bongo Empress, are you a me African queen? Congo, Bongo Empress, are you me queen of a dream? Congo, Bongo Empress, and are you make me sing? Congo, Bongo Empress. We are come from far. Yesterday me a look on the skies. Them say we wouldn't reach this far. We wouldn't reach this far. I love you, it's a my duty. And when me look on your face, me have to smile, what a beauty. Congo, Bongo Empress, are you a me African queen? Congo, Bongo Empress, are you me queen of a dream? Congo, Bongo Empress, and are you make me sing? Congo, Bongo Empress. Where you want me for you? I'm so proud to call you my Empress. And if all your flaws reveal, no time at all, I wouldn't second guess. I never wanted to know, but I have to confess. Are you are the girl for me? Congo, Bongo Empress, are you a me African queen? Congo, Bongo Empress, are you me queen of a dream? Congo, Bongo Empress, and are you make me sing? Congo, Bongo
Want to say thanks to JTMC for sponsoring that previous segment. This segment is brought to you courtesy of GMAC Music Solutions. GMAC Music Solutions bringing your event to life. They provide you with sound, light, and stage production services, musicians, singers, DJs, engineers, engineering equipment. Just give them a call, 754-307-GMAC, or visit them at gmacmusicsolutions.com. Of course, you call my name when you get in touch with them, and they'll take care of you in a special way. This is the sound of King Charles working out with Tiffany Silver. It's called Spend the Night.
Can you spend the night with me? Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's the way you look tonight, baby. You make me wanna sing and I say, ooh, girl with meditation, so I will never see the love run dry. Oh yeah, a long time me not see a girl. Come make we spend some time and all a nice vibe now. Me have something for you, girl. Me know you want it cause me can see it in your eyes now, baby. And we can take the time to ease your mind and steam up the sensei. Cause tonight me need some company. So, girl, I want your body. Baby, put it on me. You know I'm gon' please you and I know that you gon' please me. Girl, I want your body. Baby, put it on me. No one say you have a bedtime, but me have a question to ask you. Can you spend the night with me? Oh yeah. Cause the way you look tonight, baby, you make me wanna sing and I say, ooh.
say you know, say we a go both way. And we a fly past the clouds. Never know, say you woulda light off the pound. Never know, say you woulda tear off me clothes. Baby girl, me why you sing it out low? Tell you say you need to catch my drift. Up in front of you, why you go down and dip? Tell you say me like your style and me like your vibe, so baby turn it round and flip. Love it every time you call my name. Baby girl, you spicy tease my pain. Look me in my eyes and drown the eyes. The way you move ignite my flame. With me, oh yeah, oh yeah. So when you look tonight, baby, you make me wanna sing it and I say you. Girl, with meditation, so I will never see the love run dry. Oh yeah.
Me and you and me, we were meant to be so happily, so happy. King and queen, we shall arise. We are gonna rule the world that can't disguise. Baby, take my hand and trust that me not gonna wait no time. That's why me really have to love you. You always stay true. You are my dream that has come true. In the lights and champagne, roses leading to the bed. Got me weak to me heart, baby. Me know you're ready for me. You're ready for me.
So when you look tonight, baby, you make me wanna sing it and I say you. Ooh, girl, with meditation, so I will never see the love run dry. Oh yeah.
Has run again, yeah. For the ladies. Scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba. And if you love her, this I wanna ball forward. Scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba. I know you're at the sex.
For the headites out there.
Scabba-dibby-o,
Yeah, just give a little scream, just a small scream.
go healthy, go. Listen to my argument. Hey, I could've lied to that.
It's called Take Your Clothes Off.
Sex on the phone, still wouldn't cut it. I'd rather have you here on the one-on-one. Girl, I'm tired of waiting for so long. Hurry up, baby, come on. Yeah, all this feeling is sizzling, and I'm dying for you to get here to tell ya. Take your clothes off, baby, just take your clothes and turn the lights down. Baby, just turn the lights down. Let me close the door. 'Cause tonight, babe, I'm gonna take you places you've never been before. Scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba. And if you love her, this I wanna ball forward. Scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba. I know you're at the sexy lady scream. Hey, scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba. Well, if you love it, do not say go ahead, see, go ahead, see, go. Listen to my argument. Hey, babe, I got it all sorted out. VSOP, NOC, got the Remy and Bacardi. And plus me don't get the thing from the bunker man delivery. I'm ready, boy. Baby, tonight it's gonna be crazy, baby. In ecstasy, so hurry please, let's get busy. All I wanna say, babe, when you get here, babe, take your clothes off, set them on sleep, and turn the lights down. Ooh, baby, and let me close the door. 'Cause tonight, babe, I'm gonna take you places you've never been before. Scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba. And if you love her, this I wanna ball forward. Scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba. I know you're at the sexy lady scream. Scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba. Well, if you love it, do not say go ahead, see, go ahead, see, go. Ooh, yeah. Take your clothes off, scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba, and turn the lights down. Scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba, and let me close the door. Scabba-dibby-o, scabba-dabba.
one's gonna love you like I do.
This is Shanika.
Baby boy, I can't resist.
It's called Like I Do.
Even when you're away, you know I never diss. It's funny how I thought I'd never be around. Thought I'd never hold you down, but baby, me and you forever. When bad man come, we're laughing together. The only one that I need is you. This love that I give is true. And baby, no one's gonna love you like I do. No, no, never. The haters, they don't wanna see me and you grow together, but I'm down for you. And you're down for me. Baby, yes, I'm down for you. We are down for each other. Life can't get no better with you. I can see much clearer with you. No better love out there than this, I swear. And anytime you need me, baby, call me. I'll be a genie in a bottle, always pick you up when you're down. Never wanna see you wearing a frown, no, no. Me and you forever. When bad man come, we're laughing together. The only one that I need is you. This love that I give is true. And baby, no one's gonna love you like I do. No, no, never. The haters, they don't wanna see me and you grow together, but I'm down for you. And you're down for me. Baby, yes, I'm down for you. We are down for each other. Life can't get no better with you. I can see much clearer with you. No better love out there than this, I swear. Baby boy, I can't resist your kiss and tenderness. Even when you're away, you know I never diss. It's funny how they thought I'd never be around. Thought I'd never hold you down, but baby, me and you forever. When bad man come, we're laughing together. The only one that I need is you. This love that I give is true. And baby, no one's gonna love you like I do. No, no, never. And haters, they don't wanna see me and you grow together. Down for you. Down for you.
This is the sound of Lorraine from the album Scorpio Heat. It's called For Your Love.
First time I saw you, I am interested. It's not my style, but for you I do the chasing. You and I together, baby, you know that's a blessing. You and I know we'll last. Don't worry about the exes, baby, in the past. I promise I will give you everything you ask. Give me your attention and I'll make it worldwide. I would do anything. You make nobody see. Come on and take my heart for real. For your
I'ma spoil you. Always on my mind, girl, you know I adore you. I'm your king, you my queen, now you we roll you. Gotta make the love overflow till it bore you. Came into my life, everything was like a dream to me. Words can't express how much you mean to me. FaceTime trying on Vicky C for me. A lot of your friends don't want you to be with me. Trying to make it to the ring, build a team with me. I need your love, I don't think I get enough of it. Understand, I don't want you with another man. Your right hand better be in your future plans. us. Never thought it'd be us, but now we more than
Are you
friends.
all more? I need more. Why you staying in my life? Every time I see you feel me body broke out in a hype. This I love you just so strong. Me have to wonder if I frame. If I jealous, then it means that me have to do my time. My love for you is real. I just want you to know how I feel. Your broken heart, baby, I will heal. Come on, baby, you know that I am a big deal.
You know I need you, just hope you need me. Hit the beach, catch the sea breeze, you in bikini. Make a wish, anything you want, cause I'm your genie. See what I see, that can trust and believe me. You know I need you, just hope you need me. Hit the beach, catch the sea breeze, you in bikini. Make a wish, anything you want, cause I'm your genie. See what I see, that can trust and believe me.
This is Korik, his rendition of Everything I Own.
You sheltered me from harm, kept me warm, kept me warm. You gave my life to me, set me free. You set me free. The finest years I ever knew are all the years I spent with you. I would give everything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own, yeah, just to have you back again, just to talk to you once again. And if there's someone you know that won't let you go and is taking it all for granted, you might lose them one day. Someone takes them away and they don't hear a word you say. And I would give everything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own, just to have you back again, just to talk to you once again. Hey, hey, I want you back, baby. My house is not the home without you. Got me feeling so lonely. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, if there's someone you know, they won't let you go and taking it all for granted. You might lose them one day. Someone takes them away and you don't hear a word they say. And I would give everything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own, yeah, just to have you back again, just to talk to you once
Hey, Mr. D. Storm talking to you. The track is called Banana.
In the garden, the mama planting watermelon, escallion and pumpkin. Just a little something, fi feel like Gap King or something for
I don't know.
the dumpling, but I neighbor, ever a labor. Him have a farm, they were big like Jamaica. Supply I with all some nice from cassava, but him never carry any brata. The longer, me wait for the banja, banana, fi come on ya, the data, aratsa, no linger. Just remember the cane and a pinch of the ginger. Fi cool off me temper, him bring a bag of sweet pepper and a fat piece of renter. Must he think me a sprinter? You know yours when me want me banana. Ooh. The fish a steam so I trouble and the double. Nobody bubble, just bring it something. If me no answer the back door open, cause this a pattern of a wanting for nothing. The longer, me wait for
I really need to ask Tom about that backdoor thing, you know.
the banja, banana, fi come on ya, the data, aratsa, no linger. Just remember the cane and a pinch of the ginger. Hear me differently, I hope we can be friendly. The flavor that you gave, it was mucho caliente. Sunday or a Monday, a hot day or a cool day, my one and Anna. The longer, me wait for the banja, banana, fi come on ya, the data.
10 minutes to the top of the hour, 10 minutes before I get out of here for the remainder of this week.
Just remember the cane,
It's been real.
the ginger. In the garden, the mama planting.
Real what?
Melon
I
escallion.
leave that up to you.
Just a little something, fi feel like Gap King. Or something for me bubble with the dumpling. But
I definitely want to remind you though
him have a
to look out for members of your community. Your community is not just the development that you live in, but it spreads far and wide. So whether you walk, ride, or drive, take the bus, the plane, the boat, or the train, the people that you pass, the people that you encounter, these are all members of your community. So do something nice for one of them today, because you never know who's going to do something nice for you tomorrow. My name is DJ Kevin Stew, so I like to do it to you, for you, and with you every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 10 to midnight right here on kevinstew.com with various affiliates. And I thank you for taking this journey with me, because no man is an island and no man should journey alone. We're gonna take the last 10 minutes and kick it off something like this.
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long.
The uncommissioned remix.
And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Oh, come on. Woo! Let's get it on.
Hey, babe. I want you close to me. This is Joanna Marie, and it's all about DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift. You feel for some stew? Check out Kevin Stew. Right on early, 'cause the heat is on, yeah. And I know that you're ready. Let us lay it on.
take a moment to remind everybody about Palace Telethon this weekend. I have the 3 to 4 o'clock Eastern hour. I encourage you all to call in and make your donations during that time slot. But you don't have to. You can donate anytime. Palace1.org. Palace, P-A-L-A-S, numeral 1.org. On Saturday, Saturday the 8th, 3 till 4 p.m. Eastern time. Joanna Marie working out with Peter G. Their rendition of Close to You. Before that was Joanna Marie, Marvin Gaye. This is how I bounce on out of here. Encouraging you to be good. But if you can't be good, go ahead and be good at it, yeah? I'm back here on Monday 10 till midnight with Community and Finance. We do it all over again, immediately following Marlon and Real Rockers. Y'all take care. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you wherever you are in the world. I'm out of here.
Baby girl, I'm falling for you. Don't you know I'm falling for you? I'm falling for you. Don't you know I'm falling for you? You got my mind and my heart and my soul.
grace of the King, your beauty shine from within. Girl, you're my everything. Falling for you. Don't you know I'm falling for you? I'm falling for you. Can't you tell I'm falling for you? You have my mind and my heart and my soul. Falling for you. And I know you're falling for me too. Yeah.
When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulsemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.